What is going on, apes of the ape army? We have to talk about this next biggest upcoming catalyst for AMC stock. Now, we're also going to be going over the option chain activity and how this does directly correlate with this July 16th expiration date, which is extremely important when it does come to a possible gamma squeeze with AMC stock. Now, I'm not going to be making any price predictions in this video or going over if this will not happen. I'm simply going to be giving you guys the facts and the most likely situation I think that will happen with this catalyst and the week that is expiring up until July 16th. So we have a lot of important information to get into in this video. The only thing that I ask is that you hit that like button for me. I do greatly appreciate it. Now, let's get right into this major catalyst that is coming up. Black Widow may outdo F9 as streaming turns box office into Wild West. Now, these first couple paragraphs go on to say F9 dominated theaters, securing 70 million in US ticket sales, the highest pandemic era opening to date. The Vin Diesel action film stole the title from A Quiet Place Part 2, which earned 57 million in ticket sales during its Memorial Day weekend opener last month. Goes on to say this in quotes, "This is absolutely another positive step forward for the movie industry," Sean Robbins, Box Office Pro's chief analyst, told Yahoo Finance. In quotes, "This is the kind of opening that we almost would have expected from this movie pre-pandemic," he added. "The performance," in quotes, "set the stage and raises the bar for future films debuts like the Black Widow and Avengers spin-off set to hit theaters on July 9th. Marvel has always been one franchise throughout this recovery that many expected to bring back moviegoers in masses," Robin said, citing similarities between the superhero film F9 and A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, this is very significant, guys. This movie actually does open July 9th. So this is going to directly correlate, and it says it right here, spin-off set to theaters on July 9th. And this is going to directly correlate with the option chain activity that I do see going on. And I do think if we can pull impressive numbers, we're talking 100 million, 200 million in this first weekend. Keep in mind, July 9th is expiration for obviously contracts that expire Friday, July 9th. So that is very important to keep in mind going in throughout that rest of the weekend when the box office numbers come out. Probably on Monday morning, that is going to be the start of trading week for July 16th. Now, as far as the option chain, this is something I have been talking about in many videos. For July 16th, we have 90,075 contracts that are currently in the money. So you're going to see a lot of delta hedging going on for sure if we don't fall in AMC stock, which I don't think we will, but either way, you're going to see a lot of delta hedging that's going on with these options. But we also have 205,362 contracts that are out of the money, guys. And what is significant about this, I'll actually have to pull it up for you guys real quick, but we see a lot of activity on the option chain that is over $70. So by this actual options expiration date, if we can get close to that $70 price point before Friday, then that's where you're going to see a lot of delta hedging that is going on, because quite frankly, a lot of hedge funds and institutions, they are selling these out the money contracts 70, 80, 90, 100, especially 145. That's why you're seeing a lot of open interest, because odds are these hedge funds, institutions, to help lower the amount that they're actually down their short positions to actually gain some money from this. Another way that they're going to be hedging is by selling these options. So when you buy these options, you are buying the right to buy 100 shares at whatever strike that you agree to buy them at, right? $100 strike, you agree to buy 100 shares at $100. Now, you don't have to exercise the contracts if you don't want to. That is totally your right with American options trades. But as far as hedge funds, institutions, when they sell you these calls, they are agreeing to sell you 100 shares at $100. So that's where you see a lot of delta hedging going on, because if they agree to sell 100 shares at $100, if they bought them at 95, they would still be making money on their trade. And that is what delta hedging of essentially is, or hedging their short positions. And you do that by buying shares, because that is what options are. That is the right to buy or sell 100 shares per options contract. So that is the best way you guys can look at this and how this could potentially have a huge impact on the stock. But like I said, over 70 or right at 70, that's where you see a lot of open interest on these options. Now you see almost 28,000 in open interest for 70, almost 16,000 for 75, and then in between 80 you see 6,000 2,000 for 80, 3,000 for 85, almost 3,000 for 90. And then once you get to 100, that's where you see a lot of activity going on. So you're going to see a lot of buying, a lot of delta hedging that is happening once AMC stock does start to get a positive sentiment after this catalyst is announced, which I do think it will, just because it helps to fundamentally value AMC at a higher price, which does, one thing, make the algorithmic trading program start to bid this up higher, right? Because they're just trying to make money. So that is another way, and that is really what sets the price, because you don't have to have a 1-to-1 buy to sell ratio to see a stock stay flat, or a 2-to-1 to see it fall or go up. It's really about supply and demand and the bids and the ask, because when you're pressing up the bids and you're willing to pay more for something, like these algorithmic trading programs are doing when they're scalping, they are willing to pay more for this. Yes, they get in, they get out, that is part of it, but in the meantime, you're driving up that price to let more people start bidding it up even more, and that is essentially where you will see a lot of these options running into the money. Now, like I said, I'm not going to make any price predictions here. I don't know how high we're going to go. I don't know if we'll go to 100 or go to 145, but if we do pass that $70 mark, especially 75, that is about 40,000 options that will need to be hedged for, because I don't think these hedge funds, institutions, or market makers are actually hedging for these options, because I don't think they think they're going to go in the money. So why would you hedge for something if you didn't have to? And the cat just fell off the table. So hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. That is going to wrap up this video. Before you guys take off, check out the links down below in the description. There is a link for public, no deposit necessary, no need to even link a bank account, and you get your free stock immediately, no matter what time of the night it is, no matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, or 10 at night. It doesn't matter. You get your free stock instantly, and that is literally free money. So if you guys have not done that, I do recommend you guys do that, as well as deposit $100 with Webull, get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400, and they also have an option in their platform that lets you disable the ability for Webull to actually lend your shares out to hedge funds or institutions. So that is always a great thing. That is why I do have those 2 links, as well as check out the buy and sell alerts, also linked in the description. We have been killing it over there, hitting massive trades. You also join a great community and can ask any questions about anything you ever have. So check those links out. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.